All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. The Unlimited Truth is back. Uh, and today, let me say this before we get started. Xbox has been in the news a lot lately. From the moment that Asha Sharma took over to now, Xbox has been. It feels like, especially this week, it's just been up and up and up, and she's really off to a fast start as she takes over at Microsoft or at Xbox. I mean, so as we get what's up, Tool Man? So as we got our special guest, the homie Phaze 114. Uh, so Phaze, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm a friend of the family. um, love this group, love everybody here. You know what I'm saying? You're one of my big homies. It's been a minute, so I just want to help you out and contribute to the pod, and give my
Yeah.
opinion. This is a good time right now for us, for us
Oh
Xbox
yeah.
users.
Oh yeah. And what's up, Crasher Zero? Yeah, man, it's great to have you in tonight, Phase.
Thank you,
You're always welcome here, no matter what, man.
thank you,
Hell,
man.
you've been doing this longer than I have, so let me not sit here and pretend that you knew to any of this, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, and next up, my brother, my Oklahoma brother, Tough Master. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Everybody know who I am, okay? But anyway, this is your boy DJ Tech Master at 785, the original pony killer. And I cannot stand ponies, and I'm hoping that this is the nail in the coffin that
Mm-hmm.
is going to whoop their ass every doggone day. I cannot wait to see
Yep.
this happen.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and Arthur Sherman, she's doing a hell of a good job as far as I'm concerned.
Yo, I listen. She's off to a great start, and we're going to talk about it. Yo, D to 20, thank you for the $2. Salute, my brother, man. Yeah. So tonight's show going to be a little more free, free form type speaking. Whatever's on your mind type thing. But I do think the main topic is going to be the job Asha Sharma's doing so far. This week, did y'all see the article her and she sent out this week about Xbox delivering on Project Helix, changing up, looking into exclusivity and all that stuff. And the big, how can we forget the big news of lowering the price of Game Pass? So
Yep.
Phase, I know that you hit me up this week saying, hey, let's do this, let's talk about it. So I love to hear your thoughts, man. What are your thoughts on everything going on at Xbox?
Um, right now, I think it's good. You know what I mean? I was actually surprised at how fast she's starting to do these moves and making
Yeah.
these changes. It's pretty good. I'm happy also that they did the with the price drop. They did the price drops,
Yeah.
and I like what I'm hearing so far. Even like things that I'm hearing even after this
Mhm.
article came out, that they were talking about how they want to give the gamers an ability to adjust their own services the way they want it to be. I don't know if you heard about that, but give
Well,
it
can you
into
repeat that?
yeah. No, what I was saying was I like the fact that they may be giving gamers an option so they could
Mhm.
customize what they want on their services,
Right. All right. Okay.
which I think is pretty cool because
Mhm.
she's giving the gamers options.
Right.
And right now she's doing the best thing she could right now is putting the brand in a good light,
Right.
which is what I like. I also like the new energy that she's bringing to the brand. She's
Mhm.
not letting, she's making sure that the brand name is protected, and she's making sure that like it's looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not
Yep.
gonna, it's not like this regime that she's putting together is not gonna, is not gonna allow anybody to put dirt on the name of the Xbox brand,
Yeah.
while with basically bringing prestige back to the brand, which
Mhm.
is something that we sorely need for a long time. Because it's like Xbox, unlike other platforms, they got to deal with their own mistakes and then made up mistakes by trolls and the media.
Yeah.
So I think a move like this is really good and it puts everything front and center. Let's focus on Xbox, give the gamers what they want, give them everything they need, and make sure that the Xbox core is happy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And a lot of great points there. Hey, what up, Zinc? The brother Zinc in the chat. And yeah, so just to piggyback off what you were saying there. Yeah, she has come in and she's lighting a fire under Xbox right now, lighting a fire under the Xbox brand. Really getting some hype back under, and good timing because the the next generation starts next year. So she's got over a year to really get things, get that momentum more and more and more. Um, and, and and one thing that you brought to my attention, I mentioned before we went live, was that seems like Xbox is now fighting back against a lot of the social media talk now. Um, it's they're being a lot more vocal. If some they'll be responding, which is definitely a change of heart from the Phil Spencer era, where they just did, they'll just just let things go. You know what I'm saying? Tuck, you there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hey, man, what are your thoughts on all the changes going on right now with Xbox?
Well, my whole thing is that okay. I think I mean, I know that what's the name? Sasha was underneath Phil before she left,
Hmm.
and they probably was talking about this stuff anyway. I mean, they might have been talking about it. I don't know if they was or not, but if they was talking about it, it was a good idea. But everything's all up on her. It's her watch, and I'm
Hmm.
not going to take anything away from this young lady. It's her watch.
Right.
So Phil did his thing, and he did his thing. He did his thing to be just to be good. I think. I mean, I know people didn't like Phil that much at the end, but Phil did his job, and I think they had a good communication about how to run the company now. I think they
Hmm.
really did. I don't think this was nothing out of the ordinary. I think it was just something that it might have been in the works for a long time to North because they know I mean I'm very sure that Fields underneath a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
When they talk about the big wheels and all that stuff, so that's why I try to say the big wheels they run the country. They don't even know nothing about the industry. All they looking at is dollar signs. So the dollar signs, and then they start losing money off the Game Pass. That hurt. So they did what they had to do. Um, I'm going to give it all her because all is underneath her watch.
Right. Right.
So I will give it all her. And
Hmm.
everything that she does from here on out, it's all up on her. I mean, for the good or bad, but I hope that it's all good for her because we don't need to be going through this stuff no more with our system, with our beloved Xbox.
Right.
Xbox. That's it. So but other than that, man, I don't have any. I think she's doing a beautiful job for what she's
Hmm.
doing. I think her and Matt Booty, because I know how Matt Booty was. Matt Booty wanted to shut Sony down long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I know how he was. He got that killer instinct in his eyes.
Right.
You know what he got, but other than that, man, I don't got any problem with what's going on. What's going on with the whole thing. I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Great point there. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about that. Matt Booty. Let's see. Yeah, so from a internal email back in 2019, he wanted to spend Sony out of business. So, and he got a promotion when Phil and Sarah left. So,
Yeah,
yo, Zinc, hey Zinc, thanks for joining, man.
I mean, they did a good job, man. I mean, she got a killer right next to her, so
Yeah,
it's actually
yeah,
a good thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
yeah,
I
but
think that yeah, my bad. I think that before I mean I'm not knocking Phil, but
mhm,
I feel like the old regime probably put a muzzle on him.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And he don't got that muzzle no more. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
right,
And that kind of stuff is infectious, bro. It's like any job. Like you ever be in a job, and then you get a new manager, and
hmm,
that manager like you got like just change everything, change the culture, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just lock in, and that's what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? So it looks
Yeah.
like it's good. Like I said, definitely good. I just hope that um a lot of I see some people, already trying to, on social, on X and stuff like that, saying, oh, like show some action, show some action, like with games. But this is right now the foundation. You know what I'm saying? They're laying everything down
Well,
for the
look,
next
they
couple.
think they think that she came in and created a game in a month or two. No,
Yeah, like
no.
yeah, they.
Every game in
And
the
that's the part I'm talking about.
oh yeah, Zinc. Hey man, let me pass the mic over to Zinc, man.
Hey, what's up,
Uh,
Zink?
Hey, what's going on? I don't have that long, but
I know.
anyway, and here, and I said this on Ray Ray's show. That sometimes on Saturdays I could sneak in there and get a few things, say a few things. But anyway, look, here's the thing. First, I don't like how Sarah got passed over,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it happens to us all the time. And nobody wanted to say. Um, Sati and Adela saw someone that looked like him and let this woman inherit a kingdom where she'd only been at Microsoft since 24. And now
Right.
all of a sudden you inherit this massive kingdom that's already done.
Right.
And at the same time, it happens in business. It happened to me at Nestle. And
Mm,
my uncle said, hey, welcome to big business. They didn't want to pay you the commission because the deal we were about to sign was the largest in the history of the company in the fundraising division. And, 2 weeks before we were going to sign this deal
mhm.
in Chicago, I got fired. 3 days after that, my boss got fired. 2 days after that, the other guy that I worked on it with him because he started working on it and he had said, hey man, this is pretty big. Help me with this project. We worked on it for a year and a half. And meanwhile, we grew our business from less than 80,000 to over 450,000 each a piece. Okay. So we well outgrew our territory.
Right.
So but right before we were going to sign this massive contract, they brought in a new vice president. They capped our salary so we couldn't make that much money. And we was like, hey, what about the big Chicago deal? He's like, well, we're going to give you 6,000 each to split from it. Well, before that, we would have got 250,000 each if it would have failed.
Right.
Okay. So it happens all of the time, especially to black people. And to someone, we're not going to find anyone with her credentials, degree from Harvard and Yale, Rhodes Scholar, killed it at
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, was recruited from T-Mobile. She worked at McKinsey Group. I mean, this woman is a storied past. So, and I didn't like how everybody was attacking this woman's credibility, and
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
hated that
stand it.
too.
Um,
I hated
uh,
that
uh,
too.
Unlimited. It was setting the back of my neck on fire. 'Cause the same thing happened. You remember that time we did that podcast around um, Black History Month, and I said, "Wait a minute, we know the heroes that are in our textbooks. What grandparent, great grandparent, or aunt or uncle stepped on a few bullets and landmines for you to get to where you are today?"
Mhm.
The
Right.
same thing happened to my mother when she was at Bethlehem Steel. When they found out she had a college degree, the white women wouldn't talk to her anymore until she put in her 2 weeks notice. And she was they was like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to be a school teacher. And my mother was one school away from having a school named after her because it was this black lady that worked there a year before she did to be the first one. But anyway, all that to be said, you can't forget that no one wanted to say the quiet part out loud. But at the same time, I absolutely love video games, and even though I know what happened, I won't forget it. But I'm going to give this woman a chance. You know, she's here now. And if she's here for what she was recruited for, which is to make the business more efficient in the usage of artificial intelligence, like I told people, this is not a bubble. It's not. Artificial intelligence is real. If you don't learn how to use it, you will get blown away. But like like I said, she inherited this. Now, when you have a new coach comes in, like we had Doug Collins here in Chicago, Phil Jackson inherited Michael Jordan and a seasoned Scottie Pippen.
Right.
Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were coming into their own. So you were championship ready, you know. But the people here in Chicago, we didn't forget Doug Collins, is that Phil Jackson came and took everything. Well, she's Phil Jackson now. Now, when she comes in, she's going to call her plays. Hey, we're not running the wishbone option now. We're going to go to a pro set, or we're going to run the run and shoot offense. We're going to scrap this 46 defense that the Bears run, and we're going to run this 52 here, or whatever, or 4-4 defense. What this is her methodology coming in, and you always put your stamp in. Now, she didn't create anything. All she did was got some cards and shuffled the deck and say, we're going to do this. What you have right now, what you guys are working on, go ahead and put it out. It's like we doing something now. But I'm not going to let her put, and other people put her name on this premium Xbox that Sarah Bond told us about 2 years ago. Okay. She wasn't here when this premium Xbox was coming out. So she she announced the name Helix, but you didn't create it. This is the best year in gaming history that's about to happen in 2026. This outdoes 2007. You have Forza Horizon 5 about to come out. First, Starfield came out with an update. Sea of Thieves came out with an update. Now you're going to have Forza Horizon that soon as it became available, I bought the premium edition for myself and for my two kids.
Right.
Then you're going to have Halo. You're going to have Gears. You're going to have Fable, Call of Duty. You're going to have Grand Theft Auto. This is going to be a banner year for gaming right here. Okay. So I'm not going to give her that. She got about 3 years to make her claim. And for everybody that want to say Phil didn't do this or Sarah didn't do that, bro, look, when Phil's first day on the job, this is what he did. Nobody ever heard from Terry Myerson ever again, because he was the problem over at Windows. Because the Xbox division was under Windows, and Terry Myerson was telling Satya and Adela, "Hey, we're doing all of this." Phil was like, "No, that they got that money from the Xbox division." So Terry Myerson is gone. What does Phil do first? He buys Mojang for $2.4 billion. Sony, listen up, you Sony fanatics, listen up. Why didn't Bungie grow like Phil made Minecraft grow to the number one game in the history of games?
Right.
You didn't do that. They bought Mojang. They bought ZeniMax. They bought a few other things like the Havoc engine. You know, all of these things they have. And, you know, Sarah Bond came in around the Xbox documentary. They did that. She integrated everything like she said she was going to do. She made deals all over the place and was the catalyst to winning the Activision deal in court, where a federal judge is like, "Who are you? Who is this superstar here?" She praised her in the forum, Tuckmaster. It was well known. So now you're going to say she didn't do nothing, and then everybody wanted a handheld. At least you guys did, and I bought two of these things. Asa said, "Hey, we need some help." She came in, gave some help, and now we have this ROG Xbox, this ROG handheld that everybody said nobody was going to buy for $1,000. You still can't find this bitch. Okay, my point is, you do not have to diminish the quality of the people that were there to bolster Asha Sharma. And that's what I see a lot of podcasters doing. Of course, when
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead, Unlimited. Yeah, of course. Of course, I'm gonna pull a Sega man and land my plane so Unlimited could go nuts here. And you don't have to step on somebody to bring somebody else up. You just don't have. It's not necessary. You know, and that's the part that I don't like.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
saying, that's the reason why I brought it to the point of the fact that she was there with Theo. They was already discussing this already because they know
Eh,
when they. I mean, all of a sudden, it just popped out the blue. They was
Let me
already
get you on that. I heard that. I
talking
heard you say that. I heard you say that as I was coming in, and that's another thing. You know how diplomatic Phil and Sarah was, and the reason Satya Nadella acknowledged her later on, shout out to that train, at least he acknowledged her later on because it was a groundswell of people's like, wait a minute, bro, you not gonna thank Phil and not thank this chick over here that
right.
was on Good Morning America just 10 minutes ago, bolstering this thing here. And Unlimited, don't forget this. They passed Windows in profitability at
yep.
Microsoft
Yes, they
behind
did.
Azure, uh, uh, what was it? Azure, Office, Xbox Division, then Windows. So I
Yep.
don't want to hear this coming in and then, these clowns say, oh, what kind of funny games? What can we do to fix Xbox? So now everybody want to fix Xbox. How do you fix something that passed Windows?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
See,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that right there is why. And I was about to respond to this to Phaze before you came in. Is what I was about to say. Is why I can't get on the train of she saying Xbox was about to die. Xbox made $25 billion last year, and Xbox grew every single year. Phil and Sarah were there. All right, and I'm never going to ignore that because people on Twitter has tricked Xbox fans into being miserable about Xbox because every time they log in that stupid ass app, they get bombarded with, "Oh, Xbox is dead. Oh, we got your games and all this other stuff."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Unlimited. Remember, Tuck Master. We talked about this all the time. At first, it was Xbox had no games, and then they have all the games. Then it became they don't have any studios. Now they have all of the studios.
Yep.
So what now? I even heard somebody say, well, they need to get GTA. What the fuck? Huh? What?
I think that I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the whole the whole thing with I like everything that Sarah Bond contributed. You know what I'm saying? I think she got a raw deal in the whole thing, but I feel that the reason they brought her in is more for what she could do for the brand and getting like the and then and the good thing I feel like Matt Booty, they kind of kept him on because he's more of the last remnants of that Phil and Sarah, and he knows more about the gaming side of things. What she could contribute, more is like kind of like what she did with Instacart. You know what I mean? Like I saw how she like before. I mean, I'm an old head, so I remember how like the thing used to be a bit. You know how they had all these different delivery services, but it was kind of like niche. It's almost you knew about it or you didn't know about it, right? She will have that ability to get like the mainstream, like more eyes that don't normally gonna look at it to look at it. So she has expertise in that. So
You're
I think
old
she
head.
helped.
How old are you?
I'm 49, bro.
You 12 years old. I'm I'm 57 and E-Rock just made the 57 club. So but go on ahead, man. I'm tripping.
I'm almost
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of the club.
And Tuck got us all. Tuck straightened me out the last time we were together.
But no,
Oh,
but
wow.
no, but
Yeah,
but Phaze, but let me break this, y'all. The thing about it is, like I'm saying, okay, like Plymouth, you heard this guy named Plymouth Gaming, right?
Who?
Plymouth Gaming.
Plumbers Gaming?
He got his own YouTube channel, and he does real good on. I mean, he gave Sherma, Asha Sherma her praise and everything, but she did a massive drop. But what people don't know is that Xbox Pass, I mean, in the Game Pass is doing good. It's doing real good. I mean, it's not
No,
doing better than everybody think it is.
no. Xbox. They were doing great. If you're gonna go buy this, and this is the main thing that I've seen. You know, like us, we're in the Xbox ecosystem. We play those games. We play the games. You know, we are Xbox gamers. Like we know they've been doing good, but the problem is that two things, right? She could benefit by getting more eyes on it. She could benefit by giving the brand a little bit of spit shine. That because they keep getting dirt thrown on them all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She could help
See,
out with
that
that.
part right there won't change.
Right? No, it's not.
You watch, it will not change.
Not.
They
It's not
hate
gonna
X.
change.
They hate Xbox, and something that you said as I was coming in here, they'll go along to appease the old Xbox fans, the true Xbox fans.
Yeah.
Bro, I named my kids on the cars that I bought my kids have their Halo name on the personalized license plates. They both have Forza trim around their license plates. At Xbox, you could buy, license plate cases.
I
And
didn't do
my
that.
my son has Forza Motorsport. My daughter has Forza Horizon on the back of her car. I mean, I'm if it's anybody bigger Xbox fan than me, you know
Oh,
what?
you're a
Point them
pop.
out. And I'm the one that
Hey,
sit. I'm the Xbox fan that sat 17 hours in line outside, 36 degrees in the Great Midwest to get an Xbox for myself.
Go.
Then waited 3 hours in line to get both of my kids their Xboxes.
well,
So and then I bought the ROG Xbox Ally X for both of my kids. And I hope that machine is $1,200 or $1,500, and I'm gonna get three of those bitches too. But my point
they,
is, I'm satisfied though. I don't
Yeah.
everything here. This is one thing I wanted to say, and I'll let you guys go. I got everything from Xbox and Phil and them that I wanted. Everything. Hey, what about those guys that want factions? What about all of those guys that want Uncharted 4 or Uncharted 5 or the next big games or the people that want SOCOM or their best game that no one is talking about? Where's the next Killzone at? I'm the only one of my friends that beat all the Killzone games,
Yeah.
and they have the
Sega,
PlayStation.
Sega man always liked Resistance. Oh, by the way, this week did y'all see Sony released that Game of the Year Astrobot only sold 2.3 million?
Bro,
Really?
this garbage was game of the year.
what is that?
And,
Yeah.
and- and-
What was that talking? Oh, I said Astrobot only sold 2.3 million. Sony released it in an article this week.
and Unlimited. Now listen,
About 2 years now.
Yeah.
hey, tough.
I'm sorry.
Astrobot was going. I'm gonna say this last thing. You take it away, Phaze. Astrobot released, and now we see that it sold 2.3 million units. We released a 5-year-old Forza Horizon game that
Yeah.
sold 5 million over there. Okay, so you tell me, and they were selling it to them at full price. Go ahead, Phaze.
No, I was saying that that's how much they sold. That's pathetic because didn't they bundle those things with the console?
See,
No. The first
the first round.
the demo one was that demo game is bundled with the console. That one was sold
There you go.
separately, and nobody bought it at $70. The same people who keep swearing up and down that exclusives are the end all be all. And this is why with the exclusive battle, my stance has been whatever Xbox does, I adjust to it. Because one, I have so many Xbox games. There's literally nothing Nintendo or Sony could do that'll ever make Xbox get rid of either A, my physical games, or B, my digital games, some of which are delisted. This week, this Star Trek game I enjoyed just got delisted. You can't buy it no more digitally, right? So that's one. I'm not getting. And two, the other brands don't. Sony releases one game a year, and Yoshida just today said something about how how you don't know how Sony will make money back. Will get any extra money if their games weren't releasing on PC. You know what I'm saying? And we see, and how many times do we have to show these people the sell to their so-called exclusives to know that to tell them that they ain't buying no damn games, right? So we got to, so it don't really matter to me what Xbox does, because like Zeke said a few minutes ago, they're giving me everything I want. They're, you know what I'm saying? What are you saying, Phaze?
No, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I feel that if they do anything, like my only thing is with Asha, right?
Mm-hmm.
If let's say they decide to go the route of, I think there's gonna be like some games that'll be exclusive, but not all, right?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I want to cut Phaze off. Hold on. Hey, let me tell you something, Phaze. If she made one of these games exclusive, if she made Halo or Gears or Fable exclusive, hey, she'll be on the next show. Cause I'll walk to Redmond, Washington. Hey, I'll put my phone in front of her. I was like, hey, Unlimited is about to have a podcast. We're gonna put you on my favorite mountain on the top of Mount Everest, and we're gonna put a crown on your head. Because we hate Sony with passion. If she did that, dude, she'd be one of the fellas. I'd take her some Harold's chicken. Is Harold's chicken overrated? Yes, it's overrated, but she'd be getting some Harold's chicken. Damn it, go ahead.
Hey, look.
That's the thing. I mean, if they don't do it, at least you know what it is. Give us something that makes us game. I mean, it looks like give us something that make us feel like we're premium, because we're the ones that are the subscribers, and we're the ones that have the.
Hey, Phaze, we just got a premium handheld. We're about to get a premium Forza game. We're about to get a Halo remake game with 3 new stages to the Halo lore. We're going to get a Gears of War. You know where that Gears of War game came from, Phaze? It came from us saying, I wonder why Marcus was in jail. Could we find out why he was in jail? And they made a prequel. Now we'll find out why Marcus was in jail. All right. It was like people were wanting you and Unlimited. No, I have my Gears of War shield out that's on the boomer's back when you say something bad about Bonnie Ross. And the Halo 4, we asked, what are the Forerunners? Could we see what the Forerunners are? They made Halo 4 with the Forerunners, the Didact, and his wife, the Librarian. Okay? Come on, man. I mean, these people have been giving us gems all of the time.
Yeah, this does let me ask. I'll ask you when Zeke finish.
No, man, go ahead. I want to hear you guys.
I want to know exactly. One, what do you guys mean by, I guess, feeling premium or something? Because I've heard that a lot I've been hearing this for almost 15 years.
Hold on. Hey, Phaze, let me throw the first rock. Hey, Phaze, ask Unlimited how premium are the controllers that he has.
Yeah, and I got a new headset coming next month.
That's good. That's fucking dope.
Hey, Phaze, versus the PlayStation premium controller that only lasts 4 hours.
Well, if you want to talk about premium, controllers, dude, I got 8 of them doggone things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm still just using one.
Hey, but you know why I said that though.
What I meant by premium is like give us at least if you're gonna put some of those games on those other platforms, at least give us 4 months.
I agree. I agree 100%.
That's what I mean. Like, yo, you know what? This is the base. These are all gamers. You're gonna get the game, but all people gonna get it first.
We get the game day one on Game Pass, and so you cool with like the Forza 6 going to PlayStation 6 months later in December or November, whenever 6 months is from May.
Let me see. It comes out.
Ask that question one more time.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, Faye said, hey, at least give us the game first, this, and that. So I'm asking, okay, so you're cool with like Forza Horizon 6 coming first to Xbox, then about 6 months later in November going to PlayStation. You cool with that then, right?
If they have to, right? If they have
Mhm.
to,
That's fine.
put the games out on another platform, I
Yeah.
would
Well,
prefer it to be like
and
that.
the only reason, see, the reason why I ask these questions is because we know that gaming is extremely expensive.
Yep.
We know that these development costs are 100,
Correct.
$200 million, and at some point, and most of us are, listen, most of us are got the benefit of playing the day one on Game Pass, regardless. And Xbox do cool things like they'll sell you that like the update version, those little updates that you can play
Mm-hmm.
early off Game Pass, so you don't have to spend the full $120 and things like that.
Correct.
And and the reason why I ask this stuff is because not every game is going back. Let's be real. Something like South of Midnight, a game we all loved. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Right.
how much money that made realistically. I mean, I bought it. You know what I'm saying? I bought it.
I bought it and didn't play it.
Yeah, so I don't know. So that's why I ask some questions when people say, "Oh, it's got to make sense." Well, games are so expensive. Even Yoshida's like, "Look, PlayStation just having the games on their system. That don't make any damn sense because you're not going to develop a Wolverine for $300 million and think the every PlayStation game is going to buy it."
Hey,
And
let
so
me
they're
let
just
me let me
like,
sum that up also, and we got to get back to Phase, but I want to finish
yeah,
with Unlimited. And a Tuck Master, we're not going to have a guest on here like Phase, and then Unlimited is using his PlayStation microphone, and it sound like he in a tunnel over here. So that's Unlimited is boycotting Xbox because he's
yeah.
talking to us from a tunnel. Hey, but the only reason
Wow,
Wolverine costs $300 million and Spider-Man costs $300 million is because Sony doesn't own it. That's why. So they have to split this
Well,
money with Disney.
Hold on, Zink. Concord was 400 million.
Hey, well, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Y'all go ahead and go.
That was 400 million.
Marathon was 250 million, I think.
You know what? Like,
Hey, Unlimited. That's because Sony don't have any studios, so they doing a lot of contract work that drive the cost up.
Yeah. I mean, look. Xbox games are still. Starfield had a huge, crazy budget too.
Yeah, but
I
we
mean,
know, but we know the depth of that game, and we
yeah,
know the depth of Halo. We know why Halo was 500 million. We
yeah.
understand it.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. This isn't something I disagree with exactly. It's just that for conversation's sake, I gotta ask these. You know what I'm saying? As a host,
yeah,
you gotta ask these questions on what really break it down because no other podcast does it. Every other podcast just do Xbox sucks. Oh, how do you know?
Facts.
Because they don't even read this financial. They don't talk about the finances. Nothing. They'll just say some crazy stuff out of the blue. Oh yeah. Well, they canceled half a dozen games. Oh, what games were those? I don't know, but I could have played it on PlayStation. That's some shit I literally saw the Tucking Phase. Because apparently, and by the way, games get canceled all the time. That's never been announced. That we'll never see. But because it was put in some report, I don't even know who put the report out. Right? I just saw them saying, but that's dozens of games we could have played on PlayStation. They canceled. It's like, how do people watch this stuff? But go ahead, Phase.
now, two things. Two topics I wanted to get to. One was I think that one of the things that they kind of like that Phil wanted to do and they kind of fell back on, and I think it was because of the leadership that they had there, not Phil. If you remember, the game that they wanted to put out were legacy titles, legacy games that the companies that they acquired made, right? Like games that were already known to be like third party type games. Those were the games that they were gonna originally let out in the wild, but like mainly Microsoft games,
Like what?
you know, like legacy games, like Doom. At the time, they were talking about games that were like games that they had brought out, like when they bought Bethesda and they bought
ZeniMax?
ZeniMax, like they already had legacy games and titles that were already released multi-platform. Those games they wanted to
Understood.
continue, right? They wanted to continue those, but new games like Avowed, I don't want that. That should be only for us. You know what I'm saying? Like Avowed or certain
But
type of
like
titles.
Unlimited said, something like a Valve, it doesn't have a multiplayer. It doesn't have a way to monetize. So To me, those single player games, they may have to go wherever in order, unless the game didn't cost that much to make.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Right.
I could kind of see that, if it's not
I
a
was
big budget
I
game,
was
but I
thinking
understand what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
I was thinking multiplayer only because they could get
Mhm.
more revenue from other gamers to play the multiplayer games. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a
I
Forza.
understand. And it could
Yeah.
go 50-50, like the game Unlimited brought up, South of Midnight. I bought the game. I just
Mhm.
haven't had a chance to get around to play it. But if you make a game like that, I'll support it. Like, I think it was Tuckmaster or Sega Man found this game. E-Rock and those guys talked about it. This game that like four guys made from Africa. And when
Oh
they
yeah,
told
yeah.
whatever that game was, when y'all told me about it, I said, let me try this game. So I tried the game. It was pretty good. So I went ahead and
Mhm.
spent the $16,
Yeah.
and went
Right.
ahead and donated to the game. And that's the one thing. If you want something to survive, you better invest a little bit in it. But anyway, hey, Phase, we're not getting on you, man. You coming on here. We go back and forth like this all the time.
Yep.
No,
So,
no, I
go on.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't join a lot, but I be listening.
Okay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and
And,
finish
and the thing
saying what you're
about
saying.
it,
The
hey y'all, the thing about it is when it comes down to it,
Mhm.
Xbox is still the best out there. Whether it was $30 a month and whether they drop down to $22 a month, it's better than anything that Sony can produce at this time.
Oh
Period.
yeah,
Tuck
yeah,
all
yeah. That's
Tuck
not even close.
hell
Tuck
yeah.
always make us talk. And I'm
Right
trying
now,
to let
Sony
Faye say something, and then here come Tuck Master.
I,
Right.
I,
right now, Sony can't even boil hot water right. Okay, so with all these opponents coming out, all these broadcasters coming out, rooting on Microsoft now, Microsoft's nutsack and everything. They kiss my
That's
butt.
what they fucking
I
do.
mean, what it boils down to, Xbox is the best value for gaming, no matter how you feel about it. It is. I mean,
yeah.
now you get these people get mad now because they're gonna have not Call of Duty on their day and date. I'm
Right.
like, I don't have a problem with it. And the reason why I don't, because before we had it, we had to buy it anyway.
All right.
And am I right or wrong? We had to buy it. So what makes it different that we got to buy it now?
Yeah.
It's gonna be on the Xbox. It's gonna be on Game Pass a year after anyway.
All right.
Let me get one more in, Faye.
Oh yeah.
I have a question for Zinc actually, because I was gonna turn my last point into a
And then,
question.
let me get through what I gotta say.
Tuck. All right, Tuck. Say your point. Face, ask your question, and then Zink answer, so we could get stop talking over each other. All right, go ahead, Tuck.
Okay. See, the point is like this. Now everybody wants to say, well, now Microsoft, Call of Duty's, they went down to $38. I like during the damn game been out for 6 months. What do you think they're gonna do? Do you think they're gonna keep it at that price forever? I mean, they talked about it because it was that 70, it was that spring sale. I'm like, come on, y'all. The game been out for 7 months. So what do you expect? The game's gonna be down. The game's gonna be at that price. But they made a big deal out of that too. So that's all I gotta say about that. Go on, y'all.
My thing was this, right? What do you guys think about? I'm interested to see what kind of excuse these third party companies are gonna come up with, right, with the new console when it's gonna when they literally made it so that any game that they need to port, right, from PC to Xbox is only gonna take 30 minutes to port. Where before the only complaint they used to use was how difficult it was to put these games on the Xbox console. If they have any issues like porting any kind of games now, that's a definite bias, like in my opinion, that I've seen. I don't know if you guys checked up on that with the Helix.
See, Unlimited and I can go off on that part too, because we know Jason Ronald when he talked about the Xbox series of consoles, it's scalable.
Yes.
And when everybody was saying, "Oh, well, we can't make it on the S because of RAM," they're lying. And whenever and I always said, Flight Simulator runs on the Xbox Series S. That's the most powerful game on the planet. And if you could run that You can run anything. If you could run Halo, you could run anything. Gears, Forza Horizon, you could run anything. So they were, and we found out later on that Sony was paying them anyway under
Yeah,
the
yeah.
table.
Because they,
So
And
because they don't want
those,
to. They don't bring it
yeah,
out because they don't want to.
yeah, that was going to be my answer. If they have an excuse, it's because they either can't or won't disclose Sony paying for it. By the way, let's not forget, Sony pays for games to be off Game Pass, and we've known this in 2021. By the way, you know
this is a fact.
fuck. God, excuse me, there.
He lost something.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Lakers Rockets, man. Levant 13 seconds left to tie it up, and God, my team, man. But anyway, back to the most important topic. Yeah.
The most important thing.
That'll be the excuse to me, man. Because it like Zeke said, the Series X was already scalable. Listen, guys, Xbox does Xbox Play anywhere. You know what that means? You buy once, play on PC, handheld, console, cloud. You think if they could do that these devs can't put any game on any of them games that are off Xbox on that are on PC but not Xbox? You don't think that they could do that a lot easier now? And it's going to be easier with the Helix. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, and like everybody say, oh, Asha came and she destroyed that advertising program. Can you still play the game anywhere? Yes. So
It's
no
just
matter
that the media and all these fake Xbox dudes got in their feelings because for some reason, if they don't feel like that they're being catered to as if Xbox is their wife or something, they get all pissed.
Right. You got that.
Yeah,
You definitely got that right.
yeah, but you know, man, I was, and you know, to say that, like, go ahead, Phase, you go ahead, because I will go back to something that we did. So go ahead. What else is on your mind?
No, that was it. That was the last thing I had on my mind because it's like as something that pissed me off because every generation I see these fucking third party companies make fucking excuses for not bringing.
Oh yeah, that burns us all up.
You know.
Yeah.
Eventually. Oh shit! Dang, tough drop. Yeah, but eventually with me, I just like, look, if you ain't gonna put on Xbox, that's your loss. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying?
We have enough games.
Yeah, exactly, Zink. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I still never bought that Black Myth Wukong game. You know what I'm saying?
When I hear stuff like that, I tune it right out. I'm like, oh, that's the game. You're not getting my money. No chance you get my money.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, and like Sarah Bond said, when things are in Game Pass, people buy the games anyway. And I know if it's a game, I'm going ahead, Tuck.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, if there's a game that you're gonna buy it. So I understand what you're saying on that. So go ahead.
And I had Game Pass from day one, but I still buy every Halo game. I buy every Gears game, every Forza game. You know, and I just keep the Game Pass just because it's a great service. Oh, Tuck brought up Game Pass and dropping the price from $30 to $22 and taking Call of Duty out. Here's the thing, and here's the one thing I want all of these Xbox people to understand. If Greg Miller, Ryan McCaffrey, Destin Legary, Sacred Symbols podcast with Colin Moriarty, Unlimited's best friend, if all of them are happy that about something with Xbox, you know it's not the right thing. Hey, maybe Asha should have just left. She should have left it at $30 for the people that would pay it, and dropped it for the people that won't. But here's the one part that I always get people on. Listen to this, man. You could still go to the store and buy the card 3 months for $59. It's still $20. It's still $20 a month. So all of these people were complaining about, and every time I have free money, if my daughter didn't need something or my son didn't need something, I just buy an extra card, $60. And I think I have like 2 years stacked now, you know?
That's good, man.
Yeah, I mean, we all stack on Game Pass. No. Whew. Yeah, we all stack on Game Pass.
How long have you been a member of Game Pass?
Huh?
How long have you been a member of Game Pass?
Oh, I have no clue, Tuck. I know I joined it pretty early. That's all I can
Same.
tell you. But it wasn't day one.
Mine was like a month later when our kids, Ramo's kids, and my son explained what Game Pass was.
Mhm.
Then we were believers. I think it was around 20, I don't know, I think 2017, 2018. I'm not sure.
Well, y'all, I got all you beat on that too. I mean, we're gonna go all the way back to the Game Pass. I mean, not to the Xbox. What was the name they first thing?
Oh, that was just online. We were a part of that too.
Dude, I've been there for like 23 years now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all did that, man. I think I
Yeah,
got that's when I was struggling and I barely was able to get the Xbox. And that's when I won the opportunity to buy an Xbox at Meyer in a raffle.
yeah.
And I
Oh
bought it.
wow.
I bought it then. Yeah, day one.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
yeah, but I've been messing with Xbox for so long, man. It's like
Yeah.
forget about it.
It's like the other day. I just like the other day I was playing Call of Duty, and this guy came in and talked about, Xbox. You know what I told him? I said no comment. I said let's go and just be gaming, and then let that be that. Because I'm not gonna get in no argument, no dumb ass pony. Don't know shit about it at all. I'm not gonna argue with you about it no more. I mean,
Yeah, usually what you do is with that, you just ask them what game are they playing,
no, because I
and
didn't give him a chance. So I just told him to shut his mouth
yep,
and
yep.
play the game.
If all you play is Call of Duty, I don't want to have the discussion with you. Right?
Huh?
You know, I said usually like if a guy want to argue with I usually ask them what game they play, and if it looks like they only play Call of Duty, I usually that's where the conversation ends for me.
Yeah,
Yep.
Man,
yeah,
and you know what, Phase? I don't know if you heard this, but Unlimited said this all the time. The the gaming media won't be satisfied until Xbox is just like Sony. And
Yeah.
I was on I was
Yeah,
on Ray Ray's show,
free
and
version of
Paris had just finished saying basically Game Pass is just like PSN Plus. I was like, what? I'm sorry, no chance.
Yeah.
No way.
Since when did Sony put all their games first party games day one on there, or had
Mhm.
75 new games day one?
And it'll
Or
never
or,
happen.
or here's one. Since when did they let you actually install PS3 games instead of over
Hey,
the cloud? Because that's the only way you could play it. Because their engineers, you remember when backwards compatible first hit Xbox, the
mhm.
Sony CEO at the time said that's an engineering miracle. We didn't even know that you could do backwards compatibility. Our engineers sure as hell can't do it.
hmm When they did the backwards compatible with the PS3, they had the one with the extra chip in it, that that
Hmm.
PS3 fat. And when that went away, then the backwards compatibility went away because they didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
You're talking about the George Foreman grill joint?
I think that was, I think that was it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Yo,
I'm gonna give this woman a shot, though, man. I'm not gonna hate. I want to make it clear. I do not like what happened to Sarah
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
and think about it. When Sarah came in, she wasn't the top dog at the building. She worked her way up to show them, hey, I'm that Sarah Bond that you guys recruited.
yeah.
But she comes in and she's the CEO of this huge thing here going on. But hey, man, I'll give her a time, but I don't.
you know what they did? They made it the scapegoat, my dude. That's what it is.
What's that?
I think they a lot of corporations do this. Like you said, strictly
A
business. They
hundred
they made her
percent.
Yeah.
they made her the they made her the scapegoat. What happened was
Yeah.
they lost a lot of money with this. They lost a lot of money with this AI, right? They lost a lot of money with this
No, no,
AI.
no, 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 no. That's not true. Listen, Microsoft didn't lose any money with AI. That's that's bullshit, to say the least. Now,
yeah.
Microsoft is one of the leaders in AI. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. They invested a lot in OpenAI. They're the
That's
biggest
what I meant.
investor.
Yeah,
Okay.
the investment
They
open.
didn't, hey, bro, they didn't lose no money with OpenAI, and this is going to prove it. When OpenAI IPO and has their initial public offering and they get listed onto the stock market, Microsoft is going to inherit almost $1 trillion. That's how much their investment is going to be worth that they put in OpenAI. Anthropic, OpenAI, all of these people, they're going to make a killing. Okay. So don't let someone tell you that this shit is a bubble. Don't let them do it.
Yeah.
It's
My thoughts on the whole AI thing, and I think it's going to be like the old internet, the .com bubble, in the sense that the internet didn't go away. It's just a bunch of companies who didn't know what they were doing died
correct,
off,
unlimited.
and that's
And,
what's going to happen with AI.
Right. My thing
correct.
is, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one last thing that pertains to that. If you call a bubble because a lot of companies didn't make it, then the auto industry was a bubble because it was like 80 automakers back then in the early 1900s and late 1800s. It was a million automakers, only a few made it. And if you say it that way, restaurants are a bubble. That's the biggest failing business all the time, every year.
Yeah.
They die all the time. So restaurants are a bubble. But and here's one of those bubble companies, Unlimited, in the .com era. Google didn't make any money for 3 years.
Hmm.
Now look at Google.
Yeah.
So how big of a bubble was it? You know? But go ahead, Phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I would say was it's not that they lost money in general because like you said, I don't believe there's a bubble either, but because then this, of course this is my theory because I don't work at Microsoft, but when they because it's a publicly traded company, right? Um of course again my theory was because they had to answer to the investors when they lost that 3.1 billion, right?
What
Per quarter.
3.1 billion?
When I was looking up before we started this pod, I was looking at the OpenAI, right?
Mhm.
I was looking at it, and according to what I was checking, it said that OpenAI investment losses was 3.1 billion in a quarter, right? 3.1 billion per
No,
quarter.
man. No.
Okay,
No,
so
you gotta watch who you reading and
right,
and looking at. That's why you can't find me on podcasts. Even when we have ours, if it's during the day, I'll see it come on my phone. I'll jump in there, say what's up, hit the like button, and get out because I'm in the stock market from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I
because
see things.
they had to make her the scapegoat for something because there was no reason to let her go.
Man, it's a lot of people mislead. Like I don't know if you've seen it, Unlimited, but they're saying that the software companies are going to die due to AI. But
Yeah.
a few months ago, you were saying AI was a bubble. Like
Right.
they're killing
Yeah,
ServiceNow's stock right now, and a lot
Hmm.
of the people that I follow and hang out with in the stock market, they buying the hell out of that ServiceNow dip. You know, and then you say Microsoft is a software company and you think you're going to down that stock? That's
no way.
fool's gold. Eventually, Microsoft is going to be back over 500 going into 600.
Yeah.
But, it's just, you just have to wait. But that stock
Yeah,
is going to improve.
service,
And what they
service
don't
now ain't going
understand,
nowhere. You're right about that, man.
what they don't understand is that these great software companies are putting AI on top of their software, making their business that much more powerful. But the thing when you listening to articles like that, you have to be leery of the people that are shorting these companies, and they'll short the stock and make money on the way down versus investing in the stock, which is they will do also, and also catch the run up and make money both ways. So you have to kind of watch it when they're saying something like that, especially about a powerful company like Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, and people are saying that Nvidia is in trouble because uh, TPUs, tensor processing units, those have a one-track mind and can only handle one line of service, a specific line of service when the NVIDIA GPU can handle multiple lines of service. It can go anywhere, but it's just one of the things you just have to watch when you uh, dealing with
Yeah,
stocks there.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later because I've heard similar things. Well, not heard, but read similar things that Phase
Yeah,
has. But I trust what you say, Zen, all the time because I know that Microsoft better than anybody who's not working for
Oh yeah,
absolutely,
Microsoft, right? Um,
absolutely.
yeah, but I'm not blanking out on a lot of these AI, but well, at least the reasonable ones. But with that said, guys, let's get back. We still got. Ultimately, this is a gaming podcast.
Yeah, that's the
You know,
most important thing in life anyway, is
right,
this game.
right, right. So Xbox, as we said, man. Look, my thing on Asha, I've been giving her a shot since day one. What I hated, this is what I wanted to say. I just didn't like, all the reports, those reports that came out, and everybody just saying it was Sarah Bond and Satya Nadella didn't thank Sarah Bond in his email when Phil
Hmm.
left, but Phil did give her
Yep.
flowers. So Phil's a real one for that. The little stuff like that, I pay attention to. It might seem little, but it really speaks
Hmm.
volumes when the CEO only mentions Phil, even though we know
Hmm.
Sarah was out there in the trenches getting
Hmm.
Xbox to where it is now. But ultimately, with Asha, unfortunately, Zinc, unless we're going to talk about it, but everybody else is going to give her credit for this year, even though put two and two together, you can't make a game. It's not like she took over and Halo campaign evolved, start
Hmm.
development as soon as she came over. She said, make it and make sure it comes out this holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It'll work. Everything we're seeing this year, I'm of the belief was in the works before she left. She's just able to reap the benefits right now as they
100%.
as they transition her to the leadership role. We'll really see what she's like in 2028.
Hmm. Absolutely. And I'm not going. Like you just said, I'm not happy how it happened, but I'm gonna give this woman a chance, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the Xbox. I liked them before I knew who Phil was. I liked them before I knew who Sarah was. We all
When,
love
when,
Peter Moore,
when I found out Sarah's credentials, man, I was on her.
bro.
I listen. I'm still a little stunned. She's not the one putting out the tweets and the emails about what's going on. That's how. Like if I were to bet my life savings on her being, well, I'm not going that extreme, but you know what I'm saying. If I would have bet my
I
life savings
understand.
on her being the head of Xbox after Phil, I would have taken that 10 out of
Yeah.
10. No, well, 9.9 out of 10 times because just gotta leave that little 1% just in case. I mean,
Mhm.
0.1% just in case. That's how.
Especially how she performed in court, in
Yeah,
federal court. I mean,
yeah.
she just had too many accolades about her character, and that I'm stunned
Yeah, yeah,
to say the least.
but unfortunately, that's how business is. A
It
lot
is.
people who you think will take over doesn't end up taking over.
Hmm.
Like you said, Satya saw someone who's similar to, and you know, and that's another thing that happens, man. But yeah, I'm giving her a chance, man. I do like what she's saying and
Yep.
doing so far.
Hmm.
Even if most of it is just her picking up the playbook, the old
Yep.
playbook. You know what I'm saying?
And changing a few plays,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
when they read this last thing that she said, and she named all of this stuff, it
Mhm.
sounded like a really good halftime speech.
Yeah,
And it's like, you get fired up. It's like, hey, where's a wall? I'm gonna run through this wall for this guy. That's what it
right.
sounds like. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna let it go and see what happens. I hope she, you will see the tone change. Like all of these PlayStation and Pony bots, they're happy now. If one of those games go exclusive, they're gonna be crying. They're gonna be so hurt. I mean, yeah, they tone to change real quick. So we'll see what happens, man. But I give her a whole 3 years to, I'm
yeah.
not give her time. you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So she
Yeah.
could make some deals. Like, hey, let's
Mhm.
say if she signed this Netflix deal, that's one. That's a
Yeah.
big feather. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that stuff takes time. Very.
Absolutely.
I can't. Listen, if it was overnight, then there was some colluding going on. That's how
This is
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying. Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
hey, Unlimited. This is how it went. Hey, I want to meet you at Denny's. Don't sign this deal until I get in.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
There's some.
Yeah, what about the Netflix deal that because I heard about it, but I just heard about it. What's
You
going on with
talking about with Paramount and all of them?
No.
right?
No.
Oh, that's Unlimited and
I'm for the
E-Rock, and
Netflix
that's they
No.
stuff.
I think he talked about the potential Xbox and Netflix deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes. It's rumblings that Sarah Bond may have put Netflix in the Game Pass somehow, with and you get a like with my new phone, I got they gave me Netflix for free, but I got what is the equivalent of a $7 version of Netflix with options to
I
go
got
up
that
to a
too.
higher
Yeah.
tier of
Mm.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but anything, I don't care if it's the $7 version. That's still a big get if she
Yeah.
does do something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Um. Uh, I think she also mentioned curating the Game Pass experience. What do you guys think that will look at like? And I'm gonna start with Phase.
I
What do you
think
think a curated Xbox Game Pass looks like?
you're gonna be able to pick and choose, which I think is good. I think you're gonna be able to pick and choose what services you want, what you want on it, right? And it's kind of like, think of it like a cell phone plan. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, do you want Netflix? So they'll probably have a Netflix version of they'll have a Netflix tier. Oh, I want to add Netflix, Discord, but I don't really play a lot online, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can put that, and then the price will be should be right. Um, should be adjusted based on what you put on those features and what you want, right? And then there may be somebody that want everything, want the works, they want all the fixings. Then it'll come up to a bigger price, But the thing is, you're giving the players the option. You know what I mean? So I think that's all right, and I think that if the Netflix deal comes up, I think usually something with Netflix like with that, because you probably have some gamers that maybe play a couple of games, but then they'll use a lot of like the movie apps, Amazon or whatever. 'Cause, a lot of people, we don't just game on our Xboxes. We watch Netflix, HBO Max, whatever on it, right?
Hey,
So,
Faith, don't you say that because that's why Don Matrick was hated. Okay,
oh yeah,
so
yeah.
so what if our Xbox is what he envisioned? Don't you worry about that. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I feel that it's giving just people the options, more options, kind of like Instacart. If you really think about it, like you could set up, what you want to buy, how you want to buy, certain tiers, perks. It's just perks, things that make you, the people that are the subscribers, just give them the power to select what they want to select. It makes them feel exclusive. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. It's better than what PlayStation doing with PSN. You know.
Yeah. What Tuck? You still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. What does a curated Xbox Game Pass look like to you?
What is what?
Curated Xbox experience.
Like a la carte
Yeah.
style, like
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man.
Tuck, like when you take your wife to Ruth Chris.
Or Golden
Yes,
Corral, right?
man, y'all know how I feel about all the stuff that Microsoft is doing with the Game Pass and everything. I just love everything what Microsoft does. I mean, I just tell people like this: Xbox is Microsoft, Microsoft is Xbox. So you gotta love them both. I mean, there's nothing that I cannot say nothing bad about the Game Pass. He said damn thing bad about it. I mean, he can keep me spending money on games that I don't want to buy. It give me a chance to try games that I do want to buy. I mean, if I don't want to buy them, I don't have to buy them. But it's there to try. But can Sony say that? Hell no. They can say that about their old ass games, but they can't say that about any new game.
And they
So
take their old ass games out of PSN Plus. Tuck.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, so let's talk about. I mean, I just want to add this one more thing out of the. I mean, unlimited. What? What happened to Marathon? Marathon ain't selling worth shit.
I think they said it
And
was
that's a game
15,000
that's
people
on
playing
all
it.
systems. That's a game that's on the PC, StreamYard, PS5, Xbox, and it
Did you
ain't
see how
selling.
long it took them to put the reviews out for that game? Like they were
Oh,
protecting it.
Phase. That's because they asked. They said, "Hey, don't rate us yet. Give us a few minutes."
Jesus.
But
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game, you can't even do that.
bro. That was
That
like,
that game, because if they shut down the servers, that game is done. I'm sorry. No,
I'm gonna look. So after we clear this up, I can't wait to get back to Bash and Sony.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted to do. But this is more important. But gone, you finished with that, Tuck? Because I want Unlimited to go, and then I'm gonna smoke
but
all of y'all.
but if there's anything, what I gotta say, I think what Microsoft is doing right, and I mean, because you ain't hearing nothing, you ain't hearing nothing from Nintendo. Like I told y'all, I mean, and even Unlimited said it. I told y'all when they come out with this airline,
Hmm.
it's gonna be a beast. They can't mess with it. You can't mess with the ally. Nothing can mess with it. As far as handhelds, no. It's a super thing. And all of us and right now Nintendo is irrelevant to me because I ain't hearing nobody even talk about Nintendo no more.
You joined the club, huh? I've been the biggest Nintendo hater, and I felt alone out on an island for a long time.
No,
Right.
bro, I was with you. You joined us on the island.
But I didn't know. But I didn't
Hold on,
know that
Unlimited. My kids didn't even
unlimited.
play
But
Nintendo.
it's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Well, yes, they did.
Neither did I, Tuck. But I mean, neither did I. Continue, Tuck.
But it is a big difference. I mean, I didn't know that the ally was going to do that, but it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
You know, that's all I got to say about that right now. You know, I'm playing mine right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look, Tuck. So you know, at the so in my backyard, you know, I got a covered patio and all that stuff. I got the TV mounted, and I got a little table and chair. So I be chilling out there just gaming and watching TV sometimes on the handheld. So I didn't think that it was gonna be that nice, but yeah, it's a dope thing. So I like
how's
it.
the screen? I mean, I'm gonna get one soon. I was just curious about like
You're not gonna get nothing because it's gonna stay sold out.
It's hard to get there.
I'll try the gray market.
Right? Yeah. Hey, look, I got mine off Facebook Marketplace, man. So
Yeah.
that's how.
Like,
All right.
Unlimited. Go ahead and answer this curated question.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, man. So Xbox Game Pass curated. You know, I've been thinking on it. I've been thinking on what could it look like? What could it be? You know, and Zink brought up a good point. You know, but I think and I think especially with the change of Call of Duty not being day one on there anymore.
That was Phase that came up with a good point. I didn't go yet.
I'm
But go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, Phase, my bad. Phase came with a good point, man. Yeah, I'm thinking if because there are a lot of services, you know what I'm saying? You get EA Play, Ubisoft, Fortnite Crew, an event. You know, we don't know what is going to because Asha mentioned in that one email about mergers and acquisitions. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean?
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was. So I'm thinking it's going to be something like that. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass is going to be Game Pass because we already have tiers. So maybe curated is going to.
Thank you, Unlimited. You're the only one that know we had tiers already.
Yeah. I think everybody forgot. Everybody hyper focuses so much on Ultimate that they forget that there are 3 other tiers, right? So maybe a curated version means that they get rid of the tiers. You just pick pick, if you want yours only on Xbox or Xbox and PC or Xbox and Day One games or something like that.
Yeah,
Because
like
with
one
tiers,
that's exclusives, you know.
yeah, because with tiers, we already have that. Because premium gets games a year later, the first party games a year later, and the essential I think allows you to play multiplayer with like 50 or 100 games, right?
Mhm.
So you probably have to, because it doesn't make sense to have a curated system and tiers. You know what I'm saying? So you'll probably get rid of that and just pick and choose what services you want. That's what I could see.
Yeah.
But yeah, because other than that, like guys, I don't care what anybody says. Game Pass Ultimate at $20, $30, $22, best deal in gaming, no matter what. It
Yep.
beats anything Nintendo. Like Nintendo charges $20 a year for their Nintendo Online, but they don't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
They don't give you-
And hell, you can't even talk to your friends on there unless you do some convoluted.
The trigonometry equation.
Man. Yeah, man.
I want to ask you a question. When was the last time? I mean, I'm out of touch. When's the last time that Nintendo had a big game come out?
The Mario Kart
And how long was that ago?
That was last year when it came out.
holiday season.
No. That was last June. It was last June.
Oh,
Hey
okay.
guys, I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec. I'll be right back.
Hey, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
stay on Phaze because I got something for you.
So to me, that game don't even count no more.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo. I think they got a Pokemon game, but Nintendo released the same IP: Mario Kart, Pokemon, Zelda.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So with Nintendo, all you gotta do is just pick out a hat. What franchise they haven't released on the Switch 2 yet?
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to get over here because
No, Tuck. Hey, Tuck. Here's the last one. Hey, Tuck. Hey, Tuck. Hold on. I got one more. Now,
Okay.
I listen to Phaze. I listen to you, and I listen to Unlimited about this curated feature on for Game Pass, this a la carte. Hey, Unlimited.
Mm.
What about Grandma? Grandma's going to be confused with.
Oh.
If IGN is saying, hey, I'm confused with two consoles. You confused now? How you mean to tell me they're not going to be confused with this? Oh, I think I'll pick World of Warcraft.
Right.
I don't want anything. No, bro. Hey, leave $30 for everything, and then they can have the curated stuff. Because here's the one demographic that they forgot about. What about little Timmy and little Susie that told their parents, like, hey, all you have to do is give me Game Pass and Call of Duty and everything is in it. It's just this amount right here. You forgot about that.
Right.
See, you have to do the consumer behavior methodology and look at every demographic. It's not just for us, because most of us can't play all day anymore. But the kids, man, they get away and they could play all day. But but that's all I was gonna say, man. It's a good idea, but what about Grandma? Grandma's confused, bro.
Yeah. Look, man. That's a great point. So I forget because they couldn't even understand that this is an Xbox marketing.
This is a fact.
Even though it was the most simple thing ever, you could play an Xbox game on a different device. That's literally it. And they acted like that was the most mysterious, confusing thing they ever saw. Hell,
the media too. Remember, there was like, how are we gonna play with the online? Remember, what are you in a submarine? And what if you? I'm gonna play online if I'm in a submarine. I'll never forget that.
That was some tough master shit right there.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, it's been a nice time, but I was going to bed.
Hey, Tuck, man. Hey, man. Hey, Tuck, make sure you start a fight at that water fountain.
Hey, thank you for joining, Tuck, man. I always been saying
your Lakers, the Houston Rockets lost.
Yeah, look, man, I've been watching this whole time. and had to watch that.
Unlimited. You should have hung up on Tuck for that.
I know.
It wasn't until I saw LeBron James, the old man.
Yeah, shit, man.
That old man is a playboy.
Yes, he can.
Here's the part where you cut him off.
Yeah,
Right.
I let him by.
all right, man. You lucky I wasn't feeling petty tonight, man. I'm too pissed at my team to even say anything about that. Being down 0-3, the Lakers don't have Luka or Reeves, and just have LeBron just killing them, man.
Yeah, and there's a couple cheerleaders that started for the Lakers last week too.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
man,
anyway,
Tuck, man, handle them at that water fountain, bro.
Right, yeah, Tuck, you gotta get them, man. But,
Yep.
talking about before Tuck started talking shit on my
Curated. Hey, man, and you know I've been on the phone way too long, but I'm glad I was able to jump on. I'm glad I met Phaze out here in the street, and yeah, man, I'm glad E-Rock isn't on because I can't wait till Sunday. You won't be able to get a hold of me because they racing at Talladega Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This is gonna be a good race. Hey, man, well, y'all have a good one, man. I gotta disappear too.
Hey, man, it's always great to have you here as well, my friend.
Yeah. All right, man.
I hit you up one-on-one for that financial advice though, because I know that you hitting the stocks hard, man. I'm still rookie. I feel like I'm rookie mode sometimes, but you know what? I know enough that I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just that I don't make the same moves that you're making right now.
Correct. And everyone has to have their own methodology, but it is like I said to you guys in text, it's a much longer conversation. But remember this, and you more upscale than me, Unlimited, but it took me a whole nother degree. It took me over 4 years to learn what I know now, and to go exclusively 2 years ago. It's almost 3 years now, but it's a learning. You learning another language, but you still have the business acumen because you're being an accountant. It helps, and it really helps me that I'm a business and a marketing major, so it helps, but it's not an exact science, and you still have to watch the manipulation because it's definitely present. But that's a longer conversation. But it's not a get rich quick scheme. When you invest, it's every 5 years. I'll tell you to take 5 or 10% off the top, because if it's in that, especially Microsoft, or if you're in the S&P 500 ETF, you're going to get more than 13% interest on your money versus the 3.5 or 4% in the savings account. But anyway, we'll talk about all that later. Phaze, good to meet you, and always good. You need to get E-Rock on the other guy, the world's most powerful gamer out here. But anyway, man, we'll talk, man. I'm glad to hang out for a second.
Yeah, definitely. Phaze, look like Phaze disconnected. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for joining on this episode of The Illiterate Truth. It was great to hang out with the brothers tonight, man. Just had a wonderful time. And you know, like you know how it is, man. Life be going on.
Absolutely.
So whenever, Phaze, you back, man.
Hey, man, good. I'll let you guys close the show. I'm gonna jump out of here. I got to get out of here, but I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
All right. Peace, man.
Yep.
Hey, Phaze, you got anything else before we call tonight?
No, this is a great podcast. It felt good doing this. I want to do this more often.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, listen. Like I said, you welcome literally any time. Just say, hey, man, send me the link, and I'm sending it to you. We sent it today, but I sent it to everybody. So unfortunately, Day and E-Rock couldn't make it. But you know, it's still a great show.
He's probably wandering somewhere at Walmart or something.
Yeah, I know. He be driving everywhere.
Yeah. Yo, real quick, have you played Replace yet or no?
No, not yet.
Pretty good, man. You gotta check it out.
Yeah, I will. You know how it is. Our backlogs are so deep on Xbox that I'm not gonna play it. Listen, I've been honest about this for years now. I'm not gonna be able to play everything that comes out, man. So I get to it when I can, because if I play everything Xbox puts out, I'll literally just play every game for an hour and just never touch it again.
You know what? Unfortunately, I fall into that trap. Like I try to, I try to, I fall into that trap, and I end up not enjoying the games.
Right.
It's like I'm like trying to catch everything, you know.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it's like forget it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yo, it's a dope podcast, man. And I'll try to join you next time. And next time you're doing, just
yeah, man.
I'll ask you to let me in, and I'll get in.
Yeah, definitely. It was great having you, and thank you everybody for joining on the Tonight's Unlimited Truth. It was a great show as always. It's always great to have someone, with someone returning. Someone's been at this longer than I have. A real soldier in the game, and he also bleeds green. So you guys have a great rest of your night and a great weekend, and we are out.